And we're back with one more episode of
The Horror Guys!
Yay!
I'm Kevin.
I'm Brian.
We're going to talk about 5 very random movies we saw this week.
I was looking for a pattern to tie these together, but
I don't think there
just
is one.
isn't one.
Yeah, there's just not. These are so random.
We watched 5 movies.
But there was a lot of entertainment had here.
Yeah, they were mostly all pretty good.
Yeah, at least decent.
Even the really horrible one was pretty good.
Surprisingly. I was
Surprisingly not as bad as it sounds.
I was bracing myself for the worst.
Infamous Troll 2.
Mm-hmm.
Not as hated as we thought it would be.
Yeah, it has been spoken of as one of the worst movies, the worst horror movie ever, the worst sequel ever, and it wasn't that bad.
I think it's one of those so bad it's good kind of things.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
It was stupid, but it was a stupid fun.
It was stupid, but it was good stupid.
A fun stupid, yes.
And of course, speaking of good stupid, we've got Horror Weekly. It comes into your email box once a week.
Okay.
Go over to Horror Weekly, sign up for the free email list, and once a week, we will send you all 5 of our reviews. In full, spoilers, commentary, video trailers, everything you could possibly want in your email box once a week.
All in one tidy package.
HorrorWeekly.com. But if you're one of those people that don't read email, you can always go to HorrorMonthly.com and pick it all up in print or ebook for the entire month. Everything is in Horror Monthly. It's pretty cool.
Everything? Literally everything?
Everything we do.
Okay. All right. Now that would be impressive if it had everything in it.
If you read it late at night in the dark with a Ouija board, it will tell you the future. Yes, it's got everything in there. It's
awesome.
Magic. But it's mostly just horror movies. Well, with that out of the way, what's first?
Bight from 2026. It's not that kind of bite, though. It's spelled B-I-G-H-T. And we had to look up what that means. It's a loop of rope. Not the end, but a loop of rope in rope tying and not tying.
You know, I've read about the bite of rope, but I think it's always been spelled the usual way. I think somebody didn't know what they were spelling.
Well, this is a BDSM-gone-wrong movie.
Or gone right.
Or gone right. Yeah.
Directed by Maiara Walsh, written by Cameron Cowperthwaite and Maiara Walsh, stars Cameron Cowperthwaite, Mark Hapka, and Maya Stojan. 1 hour, 32 minutes, and there is a trailer in the show notes.
Cameron Cowperthwaite. What a name. That's an awesome name. I like that name. Anyway, carry on. Carry on.
Just the kind of name where you want to tie him up and do bad things to him, right?
Well, that happens in this movie. You get to see it.
Kind of does, yeah. Yeah, from the trailer of this one, I was not really looking forward to it too much. But it looked like it might go somewhere.
And it did. It ended up being really good.
Well, I liked it more than I didn't like it, but it was kind of slow.
Yeah, I thought it was quite good.
2 artsy couples get together for an evening of bondage, photography, sex, and emotional exploration. It doesn't really work out that way. Mostly.
Well,
it takes a while, but it does eventually get to some horror-adjacent elements. It's more of a drama thriller, though, but it's quite good. Wasn't quite what either of us expected.
Well, there's only so much they can put into the trailer, too. So that it's a complicated movie. And they didn't want to give too much away, didn't want to make it too graphic, and so the trailer is kind of meh, but the movie is better than the trailer.
Well, actually, the whole movie is kind of based around a sort of a twist. So, yeah, if they tell you that this thing is going to happen, that kind of gives it all away.
Oh, yeah, it would, yeah.
But we're not going to do that here. We're just going to give you a little taste of the beginning. So how's it start?
Well, 2 people hug in the shower as they wash what looks like blood off each other's bodies.
Okay, maybe they're leading to something.
And credits roll. And then we get a flashback. Well, Charlie gets a call from her boss, Ariana, and she's not happy. Her artist boyfriend, Atticus, works in the living room. The couple is not really getting along very well. They're going to Sebastian's party, but neither of them really wants to go to this one. They kind of talk themselves into it, so they get all gussied up and go, and turns out this party is just for them.
It's not really a party.
No.
They thought it was.
Sebastian and Naomi have only invited Charlie and Atticus. Well, Charlie keeps getting texts as the men talk about photography. Charlie and Atticus argue some more, and we see that Sebastian and Naomi aren't getting along so well either. They're having some issues.
So many happy couples.
Yeah, complicated, yeah. Well, Sebastian gets all pretentious during dinner, and we get a flashback to the last time the four of them got together. It was an orgy.
I think they were expecting that this time, too.
Yeah. Well, except this time, he wants to use his two guests as nude models. Charlie is all in, but Atticus doesn't really want to participate. They've done this before, and he doesn't want a repeat of last time. But they end up deciding to go for it. Well, Sebastian puts something in everyone's tea.
And we should probably stop right there.
It's a special little addition to the tea. Yeah. We're not going to get very far into this. Yeah.
That's like 5 minutes.
But yeah, it was very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, you've already explained what a bight is. It's a loop of rope, not to be confused with the ends of the rope.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when you're tying someone up, you wrap the bight of the rope around them.
Mm-hmm.
The film looks great. It's very colorful and interestingly shot. They went to a lot of effort to make this look good. The dialogue is clunky and pretentious, but the characters are all artists, so that's probably just realism.
Yeah,
it's Atticus and Sebastian. How could you not be pretentious with names like that?
They're being artsy-fartsy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It took a very long time to get anything that might be considered horror, but it did get there. It's definitely a horror film by the time it's done. It's weird, little dull and draggy in the first half, but overall I liked it. I think the ending made it worthwhile.
Yeah, I think so too. It flowed along with a lot of talk, and then it got realer than I expected. Because I was expecting, at that point, I was kind of thinking, this isn't going to go
blah,
anywhere.
Blah, blah.
Yeah, well, it does get past it gets past the blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. What a way to rekindle a relationship.
2024's Seven Cemeteries. No, I thought this was older than that. Directed by John Gulager and written by him and also Joel Soyson. Stars Danny Trejo, Sal Lopez, Samantha Ashley. Hour 24 minutes. Trailer in the show notes.
And I'm just going to say right off the bat, I've seen quite a few Danny Trejo movies, and I'm going to put this out there as my favorite Danny Trejo movie of those that I've seen.
You know, I still have not seen any of the Machete movies.
Oh, true. We haven't seen those. Okay.
But this is very good. And I've heard
those are really good. But yeah, this was so good. So fun.
Well, sometimes he plays a funny character and sometimes he doesn't. And I don't think he's all right as not funny, but he's better when he's making fun of himself.
I think so. And he certainly does in this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler free.
Well, the plot is simple. A recent parolee gets a Mexican witch to resurrect his old posse so that they can help save a woman's ranch from a ruthless drug lord.
I'd rather have to see a drugless Ruth Lord.
Yeah. It's a hard sentence to read. It's because it's not a logical sentence. Well, it's an action crime drama with magic and lots of dark humor, and certainly the horror elements because the dead are resurrected. We both thought it was really good.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we got else going this week? This is my favorite of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Of the 5.
Yep. Me too.
And it's a story we've seen before in other formats.
Seven Samurai.
And many other Magnificent Seven. Yeah, it's the same thing, only dead people.
Yeah, seven good guys come to right or wrong.
Uh-huh.
And this is a twisted way to do it.
In Diablo County, Texas, men come to an isolated ranch, and Mateo, the man who lives there, grabs his gun. The old man in the car wants to buy the farm, and he's not going to take no for an answer. And that goes really bad for Mateo, who doesn't want to sell.
He's basically the local mafioso.
Yeah. We cut to Santana Bravo, being released from prison where he's been since 1973 as credits roll. We're told he was falsely accused of murder and spent 41 years in prison. He goes to Diablo County and goes to that same ranch for a job from Mateo. After 41 years in prison, would he be that bulky?
Probably. Could easily be. Yeah.
That's one of those tropes, so prison is a gym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mateo's wife, Carmela, wants to hire him for protection from the old abuelo. Sheriff Jake shows up, and oddly, all their body cameras just stopped working.
Heck of a coincidence.
He marches Bravo out into the field and shoots him in the back 3 times. Oh, he's that kind of cop.
Yeah, bad cop.
Bravo wakes up sometime later in the home of a bruja, an enchantress, and her husband. Miguelito. how do you say it?
Miguelito.
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 Is a zombie. She also wants him to stand up to old Abuelo. Back in the day, Abuelo killed Bravo's wife. I know Abuelo means grandfather, but that's what they call him. That's his name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He became a legend in the region for standing up to Abuelo back in 73. He's old now, not up to the... When he was young, was he Abuelo?
He's always been Abuelo.
Okay. Yeah. He's not up for fighting anymore. But she says he needs a crew and can make one by standing over a grave and dropping some blood into it.
Because he's got magic blood now.
Bravo goes off to do the job, and he takes Miguelito with him. Miguel explains what it's like to be dead, and he doesn't mind it too much. This guy, he's something.
Yeah.
He's
a hoot is what he is.
They head to the cemetery number 1, and Bravo cuts. And every time they go to a cemetery, they put the number on the screen.
Mm-hmm. 7 cemeteries.
Yeah, and
7 helpers.
Cemetery number 1, and Bravo cuts himself and bleeds into the grave. His blood explodes dramatically, and when the fire clears, dead Eugene is back, out of the grave, awake, and not real happy to be there. At the next cemetery, they wake up another corpse, Tommy Lasorda. No, not the baseball guy.
No, the other Tommy. Yep.
Tommy and Eugene don't get along, and they wreck their truck. They quickly manage to steal another one. They all drive to yet another cemetery and dig up Quasimodo, the dead professional wrestler, and his girlfriend Dolores, both buried in their luchadora costumes.
And he never takes his mask off the whole thing.
No, of course not, no.
Because good wrestlers don't do that.
At the 5th cemetery, they wake up Stickface, a homicidal hockey player.
And he's just crazy.
This whole group is just getting weirder with each edition.
I mean, like it's not enough to have, all this troop of dead guys. They've all got to be weird, eccentric, and crazy.
They're all weird, yeah. It must have been something when they were alive, too.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we'll stop there because, he's building up to 7, and then he's going to go fight the old Abuelo, and
the bad cops. And
hilarity will ensue.
All the bad guys, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty great. It pokes fun at westerns, Mexican wrestlers, revenge films, zombie tropes, and everything else it can throw in. Mostly, though, it follows the basic plot of 7 Samurai. It's more comedy than horror, but it's about zombies, so there's that. Funny zombies, too. Because, these guys talk. Mm-hmm. And some of them never shut up.
Yeah.
Danny Trejo's getting a little bit old to be doing physical stunts and violence, but as leader of the group, he does well here.
Yeah, it was fine.
He does very little fighting himself.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he's the leader and knows how to use weapons still. Yeah.
The array of dead characters is fun. I especially liked Lou Temple as Tommy Lasorda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, he's wow.
Yeah.
And the Miguel character, he was good too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
The script is very good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Next.
Pumpkinhead 4?
Oh, if you want. Okay,
yeah.
I was going to go with the other one. 2007's Pumpkinhead 4, Blood Feud. And then they stopped making them after this one.
They haven't yet, but they
they could, I'm sure,
could easily reboot it. Yeah.
Written and directed by Michael Hurst, stars Lance Henriksen, just like in the last one.
Yeah.
Rob Freeman, Amy Manson, hour and 35 minutes, trailer in the usual place.
And it said that this was filmed back-to-back with Pumpkinhead 3.
Yes, because if Lance Henriksen had seen 3, he never would have agreed to be in this one.
Yeah, he didn't have kind words to say about that. Yeah. Well, spoiler-free?
I do this one.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
When a young McCoy loves a young Hatfield... What?
Hatfields and McCoys.
Oh, my.
Yep.
You know where this is going. Must be a blood feud.
Romeo and Juliet.
Their family feud works to keep them apart. When a younger McCoy is killed, it's revenge time, which in these parts means it's time for Pumpkinhead to rise. The plot's a little basic, but it's well made with practical effects that look good, and it's got steady pacing.
And poor old Haggis the witch, she keeps trying to tell these people,
don't do it.
You don't want this. It's bad. There's a price.
I will have my revenge.
And she says,
all right.
You're the customer. Yeah. Well, a couple guys on motorcycles race through the woods being pursued by something.
I know what.
Yep. One guy crashes and Pumpkinhead kills him. Elsewhere, in a cabin, a man collapses in pain. The other cyclist arrives outside the man's door and demands that he call it off. The cyclist, she shoots the man, and Pumpkinhead vanishes. the ghost of Ed Harley appears and tells him he's not going to escape vengeance. And credits roll. Well, 5 years later, it's a McCoy wedding party. Except 2 Hatfields show up, and they aren't allowed in. They're stopped at the door. Jody and her brothers understand, but don't like it. Inside, Ricky is weird, and everyone notices. A group of Hatfields comes to the side door, and soon there's an all-out brawl fight between the two families.
There's like 100 McCoys inside there, and like 3 Hatfields come in, and before you know it, there's this giant like bar fight going on there.
Well, I think
who took their side?
I think more of them showed up too.
All right,
Yeah.
There must be a lot of them in there.
Mm-hmm. Well, Jody Hatfield does not approve of this fight. And Papa Hatfield explains the origins of the feud to her. And she'd never heard the story before, even though she's a young adult, which is kind of surprising. They put Uncle Abner in a wheelchair by running him over. Abner himself isn't too angry about it. He knows Jody is dating Ricky. Well, Jody and Ricky secretly meet in the woods. And Ricky's younger sister Sarah comes along to be the lookout. Except a couple of the Hatfield brothers show up, and Sarah is killed in a fall when she runs away from them.
Mostly accidentally.
Yeah. They drag Ricky behind their truck until the rope breaks.
Not accidentally.
Yeah. Ricky runs back and finds Sarah's body in the woods. Well, sure enough, it's revenge time. Ricky takes Sarah's body to the old Lady Haggis. Ed Harley comes to her and tells her not to help Ricky. But she wants to help Ricky get his revenge. And, Ricky's going to ask for it. She's just providing a service. Well, Ricky does insist on revenge, and he wants Pumpkinhead specifically. And if anyone ever in a horror movie was warned that revenge is a bad idea, it would be Ricky, who just won't listen to the talk about paying a price. So old Haggis does the ritual, and we got Pumpkinhead again.
Yep, there we go.
Yep, and revenge and murder and mayhem takes place.
Hatfields and McCoys.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that a cliche like 100 years ago before the film was even made?
Still is, yeah.
Lame plot aside, is nicely paced, well acted, mostly, there's a few losers here, and mostly doesn't get boring. The Pumpkinhead creature looks as good as ever, and he's still pretty effective for just a guy in a rubber suit.
Yeah, it's pretty realistic looking. Yeah.
It's entertaining. It's a long way from great, but not terrible either.
Yeah, I was not entirely dissatisfied.
Wow, okay. Yeah, not great.
It was okay, yeah.
Troll 2 from 1990. Directed by Claudio Fragasso. Written by Claudio Fragasso and Rosella Drudy. Stars Michael Paul Stevenson, George Hardy, and Margot Prey. 1 hour, 35 minutes. Margot Prey. Now there's somebody for a horror movie.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
As a victim, of course.
This has nothing to do with the first Troll movie. And it doesn't even have trolls. They go to a town infected with goblins and a witch. And it is a bad movie, but it's a good bad movie. It's stupid, but it's pretty fun and entertaining.
There's nothing scary about this movie. There's nothing serious about this movie. This is one of those movies These are one of those movies you look at. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh my God, they did that.
Yeah. Uh-huh. and the actress playing the witch.
Oh, yeah.
She's just over the top and chewing the scenery.
There's no scenery left. We hear about Peter, lost in the woods. He found some ugly little small people, goblins, who followed him. This is all a bedtime story told by Grandpa to little Josh. He explains that goblins are evil little creatures. Goblins roll as the goblins hunt Peter. Credits roll as the goblins hunt Peter. Well, Grandpa insists that goblins still exist, and that Peter came to a bad end. They turned him into half-plant and ate him. Josh's mother comes in, and we see that Grandpa isn't real. I see him in front of me, and he's so real. But Grandpa's funeral was 6 months ago.
So, apparently he's a ghost that only appears to the kid.
Yeah. And reads him creepy stories.
Yeah.
Josh and his family are going out on a month-long vacation to Nilbog in the country tomorrow. Elliot comes over and makes both Joshua and Holly scream, but the parents downstairs don't hear a thing. They crawl in the upstairs window and nobody sees them and like, boo, ah! Ah! And, my parents would have heard that.
Yeah. Most parents would.
Yeah. And then Elliot somehow invites himself along on the trip. In the morning, Elliot is really late, and the family leaves without him. Dad is thrilled with this. Holly is not. Elliot and all his friends are not far behind in an RV. He's not only invited himself, but he's invited his friends that are inseparable.
His crew is coming along.
Joshua imagines himself getting sick and turning into a plant. On the way, the ghost of Grandpa tells Josh to make his family turn back. But the family arrives at Nilbog, and there's no one in the town. Dad says farmers sleep this time of night, but you look out the window, it's clearly mid-afternoon.
Was he trying to just do some kind of weird dad joke and it fell flat? I've thought about that. Because it's so
I think it was
obviously
just a
daytime.
continuity thing. I think maybe they were supposed to film this at night and they didn't.
Okay.
I think it was a genuine mistake.
Okay.
Then they take a family's house and trade keys as some of the locals head to the city. This is some prearranged house swap thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of
weird.
You want a bunch of strangers going through your stuff for a month? No.
I don't think so.
Oh, well.
Works for them.
They go inside and find a bunch of food waiting for them. Grandpa warns Joshua not to let them eat, so he gets up on the table and pees all over the food. "You can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it," yells Dad. Well, nobody saw that coming.
And it's very green food. There's lots of green. There's lots of green food coloring used in this movie. So much green.
Yeah. Elliot's group then parks in a field and wonders where all the girls are. It's country, you go out to the country and find those country girls.
Right, yeah.
Arnold goes outside and, hey, he soon finds one. He chases her into the woods and learns that the goblins made her eat that green stuff. The goblins show up and they stab Arnold. Is Arnold dead? No. We see Arnold later.
Yes, we do.
Well, they run to a strange house with an even stranger woman inside. She's Credence Lenore Gielgud. That's quite a name.
Yeah, it is.
And her ancestors are from Stonehenge. She appears to be a witch.
It's subtle, but you might.
Is it subtle, though?
You might pick up on that.
The girl then turns into a plant. "She's food for my children," says Credence. And the goblins rush in and eat the woman. Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, we've got all our characters now.
Yep, and they're in town. What is Nilbog?
Nilbog? What do you think Nilbog might be?
What do you think Nilbog stands for?
You might have to see it in a mirror to understand what Nilbog is.
They do finally figure it out.
This is often cited as one of the best so bad it's good movies. It's clear to see why. It's hard to tear your eyes away from this train wreck, as it's weird at every turn. The acting is atrocious all around.
But there's a reason for that.
Yeah, except for Deborah Reed as Credence, who deserves some kind of overacting award. So bad that she wraps around to awesome. Yeah, most of these were just, did a casting call for extras, and then they ended up casting the leads from these people.
Yeah,
most of them had never acted before or again.
The leads and featured and extras, yeah. Surprise, you've got the lead role.
There are no recognizable faces in this one.
Well, on top of that, the director only spoke Italian.
Oh, yeah.
And he brought his own crew with him who only spoke Italian, except for supposedly one person who was kind of the translator between the director and the cast.
Director tells you to do something, and you're like, what?
Yeah. And you know how some movies have gallons of blood? This one had gallons of green.
A lot of green goo, yes.
Yeah, green goo, green food, yeah. And yogurt, lots of yogurt, too.
Yeah, it's don't expect an Academy Award winner here, but it's still very entertaining.
It was very entertaining. Yeah. I enjoyed it.
It's a popcorn movie. Mm-hmm. Godzilla Against Mechagodzilla from 2002. Directed by Masaki Tezuka and Kazuki Amore. Written by Wataru Mimura. Stars Yumiko Shaku, Shin Takuma, and Kana Onodera. Hour and 28 minutes. And this may be the lamest Godzilla poster we've seen. It's kind of plain.
Tame.
Yeah,
not nearly as exciting.
A lot less explosions in this poster.
They cram a lot into 128 minutes in this one, though. It's for being.
There's a lot goes on in all these.
Yeah.
I mean, Godzilla, you
This
think
one-
there's a big monster crushes the town in all their movies. There's always a lot more to it than that.
Yeah. Well, this time, when a new Godzilla appears, they use the remains of the 1954 Godzilla to make a Mechagodzilla to fight him. It's kind of a organic, a
Cyborgzilla.
cyborg with some
Undead
organic,
zombie.
yeah, yeah, basically, the original Godzilla tissue. Yeah, of course, it's not that simple. As complications arise and politics are worked out, and Godzilla, of course, is tough and stubborn. There's more CGI used this time, and they blend pretty well with the practical effects. It's entertaining, I thought. Brian thought it was one of the better ones. I was entertained, but I don't know. It just a little mundane.
The ones in the 90s had a lot of CGI, and it was just crap.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying, or it was low budget, or it was the best they could do. And by today's standards, it's so obviously bad.
Yeah.
It was starting to get a little better. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can still tell in a lot of cases.
It's still a guy in a rubber suit most of the time.
Yeah, that part, yeah. But there's a lot of, the CGI has gotten improved here.
Yeah.
Well, it's 1999.
What?
Okay, it's a 2002 movie. It's a 2002 movie, but this happens in a little bit in the past.
Yeah.
1999, Japanese military is getting ready for action. A typhoon is coming, and it's a big one at that. Not only does it rain really hard, but you know it's raining really hard when Godzilla comes ashore.
Oh, that's never good.
The Anti-Megalosaurus Force, the AMF, is deployed.
Say that again?
Anti-Megalosaurus Force.
Wow.
There's a different organization in every movie.
That's a job I want.
It's very specific. I bet they don't do a lot.
No, there wasn't anything to do. Just to keep an eye out. But now there's something to do.
They bring tanks and rocket launchers, and those work as well as they always do against Godzilla. The Mazer gets his attention. I like those Mazers. They always come out with these big old dish trucks, and they always look the same. They always put the electricity, and it's very cool.
Yeah, except this one went poorly for them.
Yeah, he gets his attention, but he fights back, and credits roll.
Yeah.
The news reports that the attack was carried out by a monster similar to the Godzilla of 1954. So Godzilla died at the end of the 1954 movie, and we're ignoring all those sequels.
Yeah, we are.
Sorta. The Prime Minister remembers how the original was defeated with Dr. Serizawa's oxygen
blasting weapon.
Oxygen destroyer or something like that. But it's never been duplicated. They mention that Mothra and other monsters have attacked over the years, but have always been repelled. Godzilla wasn't involved with them in those times, I guess.
And what can we do about Godzilla, though?
Well, meanwhile, at the AMF, Akane Yashiro is cleared from any wrongdoing and the loss of her Mazer crew. It was her Mazer that got stomped in the beginning. Still, she's been transferred to a desk job.
Yeah, we forgive you, and you didn't do anything wrong, but go sit at that desk and work now.
She drove it off a cliff or something like that. It kind of was her fault.
Kinda.
But I mean, what you got to do? Godzilla's feet are coming at you.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't have a choice, so yeah.
We cut to a science lab where Dr. Yuhara, the professor, talks about an animal-machine hybrids. He's soon taken to the defense agency to work on a new project. There's a whole conference. There's always a conference table of scientists that are invited to work on these projects.
Quite often, yeah.
They have found the skeleton of the original 1954 Godzilla and have taken cells to make a biorobot. They want to make a robotic version of Godzilla and make it even stronger than the new one.
But this will be driven by a pilot, and it's inside it.
Yuhara doesn't want to get involved, but his daughter, Sarah, convinces him to take the job. 4 years pass. That's where 1999 was in the past.
Right, okay.
And the construction continues. Akane hates her desk job, but she's done well in her years of punishment and is finally invited to join the Mechagodzilla team as the pilot. Colonel Togoshi runs the Kiryu project and is nearing completion. The team undergoes extensive military combat training. So these guys are out doing their karate and climbing ropes and fighting with sticks and doing all the usual physical this and that. And these guys are going to sit in pilot chairs inside the Godzilla. Why do you need to do karate for that?
They don't. But it was a nice training montage.
At the base, Yuhara likes Akane, but she doesn't even know who he is. But they soon find out. Mm-hmm. The machine is finished. They present it to everyone on the news. It's powered by DNA computers, the fastest available, as well as a freeze ray. Suddenly, they spot the real Godzilla on the radar. What perfect timing.
Good thing he waited 4 years to attack.
All right, so let's see. Kiryu, Japanese for mechanical dragon.
Oh, okay.
Although not perfect, this is the first of the series to use CGI fairly well. There's a lot of it, but it's mostly pretty good and not super obvious. The battles look a lot more realistic this time around, and both creatures look pretty good. Not quite clear what was going on with Sarah, but everything else made sense. What went on with Sarah?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah. It goes into more in our...
It's in the full synopsis in there,
In our
yeah.
full synopsis. We can't talk about it because it would spoil things. But there's some strangeness with Sarah. Yeah.
And like I said, I thought this was one of the better ones in my opinion.
Okay.
You were
yeah.
very meh on it?
I was a little meh on it, but the science, there's so much science and technobabble in this one, more so than others. There's the DNA computers and microwave blasters and the freeze ray and giant cyborg robots and little robots and yeah, all kinds of...
Yeah.
So much science.
Cool.
Yeah.
And our next movie is coming up next week, I guess.
I think so.
You stop in next week where we'll have 5 more new films for you. I know one of them is going to be Primate. No, it's not.
Not next week.
No.
No.
Next week, we go to the lake.
Oh, where it's placid and calm.
It's very placid at that lake.
It's a very placid
Except
lake.
when it's not.
Yeah.
Yes, we will watch 5 of the 6 Lake Placid movies.
Okay.
We're going to have to hold that 6th one until the next week.
That's all right.
These things just never seem to end. All right, well, that's it for this week. Stop in over at horrorweekly.com, sign up for the free mail list, and tune in next week where we'll have another episode.
Until then,
I'm Brian.
and I'm Kevin.
See you next week.
See ya.